One thing about this cutting phase is I can see my strength going down. I can see my size, what look like size, going down, but the majority of it's hopefully just fat. But that's the point I'm trying to make is there's some things you're like, man, is that fat? Is that muscle? Like, and one way to tell is there's 600 calories in a pound of fat, or in a pound of muscle. A pound of muscle is about the size of a tangerine. And then a pound of fat, there's 3,600 calories, and it's about the size of a grapefruit. So just visually, I try to keep those things in mind, but also if you start dropping weight extremely rapidly, 3 or 4 or 5 pounds in a week, you might just be consuming muscle rather than a pound of fat. Because if you were consuming fat, then it would take you almost 5.5 times longer to consume the fat than it would the muscle. So, but the thing is, to ensure that that doesn't happen, you want to try to drop weight at a fairly consistent level, not too drastically, and for a longer period of time. Not a lot of cardio, and just kind of let the calories and the normal work you're doing just kind of work itself out and even out kind of at the end of what your target date is. And also, another thing is too, you want to make sure you've got higher protein foods in there. Because if you got higher protein, it's going to help you to maintain more of the muscle. And you're also going to want to introduce a lot of strength training in there too, because if you're not using the muscle, whenever you're on a cut, then your body's going to get rid of that stuff first. So if you give it a good reason to hang around, it's going to try to say, okay, we need this still, so let's look for another source of energy. And so those are a couple good things. Also, if the cardio that you're doing, they say if you're with somebody, if the cardio is too intense to where you can't actually hold a conversation with the person, then you're actually getting to the point where you're probably burning more muscle. But if you're doing just more walking, kind of brisk stuff where you can still hold a conversation and your breathing ain't all erratic, then you're probably burning more fat. I mean, if you think about it, it makes sense too, because since you're running, you're sending your body mixed signals, but it's not saying, hey, this is a movement that I need to increase strength on. This is a movement where I just need resources to fuel this intense cardio session here. So it'll start eating away at the muscle from what I understand. So it's better to do lighter stuff, strength training, and then protein's a big one too.